Hey, it's Vocalo Radio, Chicago's only urban alternative, 91.1 FM. Nudia Hernandez here with you. And I'm super, super excited because in studio, we have special guest, Reggie Ponder. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad to be back to talk to you. And you know, it's always a good time to talk movies.
It is. I mean, revered movie critic in here with us in the studio. I feel like this year is one of those years where everyone is kind of interested in who's going to win these awards, right? I feel like people have seen a lot of the movies. Sometimes the Oscars come around and people haven't really seen a lot. But I feel like this year there's kind of a special investment. I just keep hearing about One Battle After Another and Sinners. And I think those two movies have gotten people invested in who's actually going to win, you know?
This is the most wonderful time of the year. I do want to sing the most wonderful time of the year. I know it's not Christmas, but I do want to sing that song. And now we're at the granddaddy of them all, which is the Oscars. The biggest story is the clash between the two titans, which is One Battle After Another, which has received 13 nominations, and Sinners, which has received 16 nominations. So yes, Sinners got that record number of nominations, but One Battle After Another is right behind it. So we're going to talk about that battle a lot as we discuss the Oscars. The second thing is really about diversity, the gap or lack thereof, where people think diversity fits.
Let's get to your first point then, the battle between the two titans. How do you personally feel about that?
The first thing is that I really respect the view of African-American women who are not keen on One Battle After Another. I respect that view. I had an opportunity to interview Teyana Taylor about the film, and I don't quite agree with my sisters on why they don't like the movie, a number of them. But I respect that and understand where they're coming from. But Teyana, being an African-American woman, having Regina Hall in the movie, has Chase Infinity and other African-American women, they don't feel that their roles were belittled, and they all believed that they had agency in the film. And so maybe because I got a little insider view as to how they felt about it, I feel a little bit different. But that's the first kind of thing that I just want to bring out. But this movie is winning almost everything. If you look at the director, he has won all the major ones already. So he's beat out Ryan Coogler for director. If you look at the movie, it has won all the major movie ones thus far as well. So it kind of tells you that they're a tough train to stop. That yes, Sinners has all these nominations, but they're probably not going to win some of these bigger, the bigger ones like director and movie. And the odds are that they'll probably win 3, maybe 4. And there's an outside chance as it relates to director that Coogler could win. But a black director has never won Best Director for the Oscars.
I know when we had you in last year, you do sometimes talk about, you don't say which movies are your favorite, but you do kind of say which movies you kind of have a liking towards or affinity towards. You talked about, Coleman Domingo last time. Is there any movie this year that you think maybe might not win, but you wish would win?
Well, we're back at the Sinners part, and for me, Sinners is by far the best movie of the year. Mm-hmm. It's not even close. So it'll be really interesting, given what has happened in the award season. The Sinners has not won Best Picture yet, mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to go back with Sinners. And the reason I believe that it's the best picture by far is that the things that Coogler was able to do in terms of stitching this very vast movie together and put it in this horror genre was absolutely amazing. Cinematically, just looking at it cinematically, it looks phenomenal. Mm-hmm. When you look at it thematically, the themes that he covers in the movie are unbelievable. This young man has this choice between using his music for good or using it for bad. It's how he survives, spoiler alert, how he survives through it all for people who haven't seen it by now. There's just so much there. And then the performances are to die for. Think about this. You get Delroy Lindo, who is an absolute American treasure, and he crushes his part. Is he? Oh, he's Oscar nominated. You get Michael B. Jordan, who played 2.5, 3 people.
You're right. I didn't think about that. 2.5, 3 people.
And he crushes it. You get Wunmi Mosaku, who steals every scene that she's in. And then you have Miles Caton. And this is just the top 4. We're not even talking about all the rest of the folks in this film. So from a cinematic perspective, and the music, from a music perspective.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is from a cultural perspective. When you see that they're at the store, when they're at the store, they're 2 different stores, one for the black folks and one for the white folks. But who's running those stores?
The people of color. Yeah.
People of color are running those stores, and they're running from store to store, serving their different constituents. They bring in the whole folk music thing as well. I got a chance to speak to Lola Kirk, who was actually here in Chicago playing at a local venue, and I got to speak to her about the music. You got Raphael Sadiq, you got Ludwig doing his thing. I don't know. I don't know how you get better than this.
And not only was it all these things, but it was a cultural phenomenon. Like, everyone was talking about that movie, and sometimes that happens. You'll have these amazing movies everyone talks about and they won't get nominated for Oscars. So you'll be surprised, because it looks like the odds are not in the favor of Sinners winning Best Picture. So you'll be surprised if that actually happens.
I will be knocked off my feet if Sinners won Best Picture. One Battle After Another is a train, excuse the pun, it's a train dream waiting to happen, because Train Dreams is actually one of the ones that's nominated. There is a film on here that I thought, again, was not Oscar worthy, and that's Begonia.
I was just going to ask you about, because I saw Begonia too, and I was so surprised that it was nominated.
Talk to me.
I didn't really understand. I thought it was a cool, fun movie to watch just for fun. And I feel like it didn't really look like a high budget movie. Like, it looks fine. Like, it looks good, but the set design was a little bit, like we did this for $5.
I am not going to say anything to that. I just did.
The end set design looks like, like we did it here. We're just like, well, let's make an alien spaceship,
So it was the movie for me that was not Oscar worthy in the crew. The film that I thought was okay, and I guess Chalamet is good in anything he does, but Marty Supreme being Oscar worthy as well. Chalamet is a force. Every time I see him, I think, wow, what a great job here. He did a great job last year. I mean, every time you see him, you're like, wow, he's good. But I don't know, Marty Supreme didn't bounce as well, if you will. And then F1, I thought F1 was just okay as well. I liked it. I actually liked it. It was a fun film to go see. But Frankenstein, yes. What he did with Frankenstein was different, was intriguing. The set, you will not say the set design was messed up.
that was not $5.
The set design on that one was really good. Hamnet, I think they did a good job with Hamnet as well. I don't know why I didn't know some of the stuff that I learned in the film. You shouldn't always have to be learning from films, but you got to remember that that's a place that a lot of people are learning. So I did learn a few things. A few things there. The Secret Agent is the one I do want to talk about, though. This film was so good that it was able to not only be nominated for the non-English film category, to be nominated in the general category. And I'd be really shocked if it won, but it could. It's that good that it's a movie that could. I think that's the movie most people haven't seen, though.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
And that's because we have to read while we're watching the movies. So I think that one's tough. Sentimental Value was very interesting, and it made you think about your parents and your relationships with your parent. And I was having did you see Sentimental Value?
No, I didn't see that either.
So
but that's why you come on, and I see it before the Oscars.
I want to say something about a particular scene, but I will not, because you need to see it. But it's one of those films that makes you ponder. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, Dang. And then Train Dreams is a really quiet, kind of slow film that Hollywood likes. The acting in it is good. So we'll see what happens, but we know that the two front runners are One Battle After Another and Sinners. The second topic really was the diversity. Mm-hmm. When you look from an African-American perspective, the big thing is Sinners with 16 nominations. But it really doesn't stop there. Because when you look from a Latinx perspective, you look at The Secret Agent. Wagner Moura really did a phenomenal job. I mean, he is the reason that there's the nomination.
Could you give us a slight synopsis on The Secret Agent?
I actually think this is one of those movies that people should go see without knowing too much.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave work right now. What do you mean?
I do. I just think this is one of those movies. I think you have to know that Sinners is a horror film because if you don't like, I mean, it's in the horror genre. Mm-hmm. Some people might not even classify it as a
supernatural.
Right.
Yeah, the supernatural genre.
Right. But it's in that genre. I think you need to know that because some people don't like that genre. So you're like, I don't want to. I don't think there's anything here that would be like, I don't like that. And I think that when you sit there and not know a whole lot about it, it hits. I think it hits different.
Different? Okay.
I think it hits different. It's like going to a restaurant, and my wife makes me do this all the time, and I don't like it, by the way, is make me taste stuff that I don't know what I'm about to taste.
Oh, that's scary. Yeah.
It is kind of scary. But then sometimes you do that, and you know, what was that? That's tasty. And I think this is going to be one of those movies.
Okay. I love that.
It's from Brazil, and it's going to, I mean, anyway, yeah. And then when we look at from an Asian perspective, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, she's the first woman of color, a multi-nominee for director.
Oh, wow.
So she is up for that. I don't think she'll win because, again, she's going up against
the two heavy hitters,
the two big ones. But then from an indigenous perspective, there's the documentary Sugarcane. It's a really interesting documentary to watch, and it's some people call it investigative sovereignty. You know, what they're looking at. I'm not saying the diversity is phenomenal this year, but I'm saying there is diversity there. The reason I'm not saying the diversity is phenomenal is that people of color make up about 44% of the movie-going audience. Mm-hmm. And I think less than 20% of the nominees are people of color. So you have a lot to catch up with. When you look at it from a Latinx perspective, I forgot the number, and I have it in front of me somewhere, but Latinx goes to the movies 24%. 24% of the box office is huge, but the number of characters and people that they get to that you get to see from a Latinx perspective is woeful.
Pretty small, yeah.
It's woeful. So Hollywood is not doing a good job addressing that demographic. And given what currently is happening from a DEI perspective, our president said on his State of the Union that I killed DEI. So when you talk about killing something like that, I'm not trying to be political or anything. I'm just talking about how it relates to the Latinx community, is that it will have its reverberations in terms of hiring and what you see on the screen, and we're already not there.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel like this conversation is one that comes up every year when it comes to the Oscars, ever since what was the hashtag was like Oscars so white? Yeah.
So white, yeah.
Ever since then, every year. And I'm glad we're having these conversations, though, because at least the conversation isn't fading. Every year we're having to rehab it and really like have these question storytellers. It is exciting to see the director category, though, be diverse with women of color, men of color. That is really exciting to see.
It really is.
Yeah.
What other categories you want to talk about?
For me, I really am kind of interested in Best Original Screenplay.
Best Original is going to be Sinners.
That's what I see here. Yeah, I was looking at predicted winners today.
Yeah, Sinners is going to win that one. For actor, people think Michael B. Jordan might actually win this, and there is a pathway for him. He just won with SAG,
I saw that. Yes.
but he lost all other ones. But
Uh-huh.
22% of the Oscar voters are
SAG.
actors. This is what happened for Parasite, and this is what happened for Moonlight. Is that they lost all their other awards, but they won SAG, and then they ended up upsetting the front runner. So it's possible that Michael B. Jordan will win. I am saying that I believe it's either Timothy or the real dark horse, which is Wagner Moore.
I mean, the question is, if Michael wins, what does he do with his career next? Like, what do you do after you win an Oscar?
The good thing for him is that when we look at African American actors who have won, it's not like it has really pushed their career.
Mm.
You look at a Denzel, he has done the things that he's done, but he still stayed at the level that he was at. I mean, I don't know that the Oscar elevated him. You look at Halle Berry, it did not elevate her. I mean, there's some things that come around, but so I think the good thing for Michael is different than most African Americans. Probably similar to anybody who's worked with Spike Lee, because he has Ryan and they work together. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to say what's next. They say what's next. Mm-hmm. They say it. So the two of them will be together and they'll be like,
"This is what we're doing next."
What's next? And they don't have to worry about who it is, what it is, how much money it is, because we got each other, and they really do have each other. So if he wins, that'll be interesting. From the actress category, what's interesting here is that once again, it's all white.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And the snub that people think Chase Infinity should have been here. One Battle After Another got 13 nominations, so that means they're in almost every category. But the lead, Chase Infinity, doesn't get a nomination. Mm. And then when you look at supporting actor, these are all great choices. You got Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, who played a phenomenal role in that. He was funny. He was just really good in the film, in my opinion. You got Jacob Elordi, who I thought was really good in Frankenstein.
I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he did a great job.
He crushed it.
Because that was a lengthy movie.
It was a lengthy movie.
Yeah.
But he did his thing.
He did
his thing. Then you have Delroy Lindo, I've already talked about. You got Sean Penn, who you cannot forget the performance he put in. His character was a caricature. And you saw how he walked, all the stuff that happened in that film. And then you have Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. He's the father in the film. The thought is I think Delroy actually might win that one. For supporting actress, I think Teyana Taylor's going to win. But a lot of people are Amy Madigan for Weapons.
I mean, Weapons. What a movie Weapons was as well. Just
And some people think that's a snub, you know?
I think it is.
To not have, I watched it again on the plane yesterday. Really an interesting film and the whole concept there.
Yeah. That was a super, super fun movie. As someone who loves the paranormal, the sci-fi stuff, that was so much fun. That was such a fun watch.
And then adapted screenplay, I believe that'll be One Battle After Another, for sure. And then the one that's the best new one is casting. I am so happy that they're finally saying that casting directors can get an award. This is like saying that the music that you chose, that those people can't get an award because the director's in charge of the music. The director's in charge of everything, but the casting person can't get an award. I am so happy that they're allowing the casting, and I think there's no way that they're not going to give this one to Sinners.
Yeah, I see that's a predicted winner on what I have up as well. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think because when you look at all the different people that they put in the film, that it's going to be hard to say that there was a cast better than that cast.
Yeah, everyone committed 1,000% in that movie.
And the fact that Miles Caton was an unknown as it relates to acting, and he learned the guitar, and they saw something in him, and they said that you're going to be the guy, and he was able to carry it all the way through to our guy, Buddy Guy.
And that voice, right? Like 90% of the movie was how powerful he was and how powerful his voice was.
I love that.
I think that's what really captured people. Well, thank you so much, Reggie, for being here with us. And we're going to see how these predictions go. Where could people find you and follow you and see how you react to all the winners?
So people can find me at The Reel Critic. That's REEL. And then obviously here, because we come in and talk with you guys, so that would be from a social media perspective. And then my website is reggiePonder.com. So
amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by, Reggie.
I love it.